Welcome back. So far we've been talking about how on a musical journey you can either decide to go with tradition and play live, or you can hitch a ride on the technology bandwagon that is the recording room. For now, we're going to take a look at the dynamics of creating music on the digital canvas, where you can actually see what you can hear. And the recording studio has gone through changes of its own. In its infancy, it was a very basic facility, essentially a soundproof room that isolated the performers from outside noise and captured the sound for playback over the airwaves or on records. Here too, the musician experienced the freedoms and limitations of performing live, minus the audience.
In each recording, there did come a time which I would call the magic time. Like in all my performances I've experienced, there is always that magic moment where you are one with the audience. Happens. And even in recordings, suddenly everybody just kind of sinks in. And that's a good take at that point of time.
But as it hits middle age, the recording room has grown from a one-trick pony to a versatile performer. The options to create, process, or radically transform a piece of music now are endless.
You have live instruments and you have synthesized instruments, and you have a third option, sampled instruments, which are basically live instruments recorded and then triggered with the help of a sequencer. So, for example, I can take the sound of a drum and put it on my keyboard and I press it and the sound of a drum comes up. And it's not a sound of a fake drum, but a real drum that was recorded in a good studio somewhere in the West. Synthesized sounds are synthetic sounds, sounds that don't exist in nature. Strange, weird, howling tones and things like that, ambient sounds that can send chills up your spine.
The recording room has become a one-stop shop for all your musical needs. Things that would have been impossible to do or to undo in the live performance are now just a click away.
It gives us a very wide sonic palette to work with and to treat it as basically like a soundscape, like a canvas, like an artist would. It's brought the onus on the right place, which is actually the creativity. Okay, now you have the tools. Now how are you going to use these tools to create music? I can record parts of me playing 10 layers of guitar, something I could never do in a real environment.
Think about it this way. If there were no recording rooms today, there would be no Tiesto, no Umbrella, no Daft Punk, no Gorillaz, because the recording room effectively made it possible for genres like trance, hip-hop and dance to evolve. But perhaps the most important development that has come in on the coattails of the recording studio is that making music commercially has become extremely cost-effective. But here's the twist. While it gives musicians a lot of perks, it also takes a little something away from them. You see, the option of substituting a musical man with a musical machine is a dangerous trend in which the live performer faces the risk of becoming history. And that's not all. The recording room has also led to a gradual breakup of the tradition of musicians coming together at one place and at one time to recreate or even spontaneously construct a piece of music together. Now, musicians come in and record as separate components to a track. Their sounds are layered on and pieced together with a variety of other human or computer-generated sounds.
Let's see.
Another puzzling aspect of the recording studio is the obsession with creating something that is absolutely flawless. If a musician can't perform the whole piece perfectly in one go, they can work on little parts at a time, over and over again, until they get it right. But not everyone jumps for joy at this idea. In fact, there's some who don't feel comfortable with sounding better than they actually are.
You can do a perfect song and it'll be soulless. And you can do a song which may have a glitch here and there but has got so much soul in it. I don't want to be a machine. I don't want to be ruled by a machine. I don't want the machine to tell me what to do, because I, for one, cannot own a recording, give myself any credit for a recording that took like 20 edits to it. I can't go home and say, well done, Tina, good singing. I'm not. I don't think, I personally, I would be very, very ashamed of it.
However you choose to look at it, the recording room has been at the center of the music revolution, but it has come with its ups and downs. But coming up next, we look at how music is becoming more about what you see than what you hear. Stay tuned.
Tu sun le kata